And thank you for joining us tonight on Monday, July 21st. I always appreciate everyone who joins us in person, live, and also who calls in during the week. But we can see everyone who's joining, and it's awesome. So tonight, Tiff, you want to do the welcomes?
Yeah, welcome to Kim W. And this one is especially fun for me because Kimmy and I grew up together on the same street and raised all kind of trouble on the street together until we were about 5 years old when her family moved, and we kept in touch. So welcome, Kim. I'm super excited to have you.
All right, and congrats everyone for a great week. Congrats. We had an awesome week. Mm-hmm. Last week was a really good week in sales. We had we had a $4,000 day, we had a $3,000 day, and that's really, really good. Just to give you an idea, like to have steady, like the next goal is to have steady $2,000 days, steady, and then steady $3,000 days, and it's not that hard to get there. Our average has been about $1,000 a day. And so if you think about that, that's just adding 2 more parties a day. And that's, the more that we grow, the more that we sell, the more that we can do. And we're growing at a great pace. We're going really well. And I want to thank everyone because that really excites me when I see not only the energy, of course, like all of the energy, all of the positive energy and all the activity and your parties and your sales. I appreciate it so much. And I wanted, let's see, what's Tiff put together this wonderful slideshow for us. So let me see. I got to do a road show, because of what you're doing, because of your activity, because you're building your businesses. I get to do this, and it is so wonderful. And the thing is that we know from here, we know from the home office that you're the ones out there. You're the ones putting yourselves out there. Susan Haig, I just mentioned, Susan started up on her own in Florida, and I know it's not easy, especially when you're the first one there. And it's and a lot of us are fortunate enough now to start really seeing teams building around the country where you now have camaraderie, which you're seeing is really cool. Ellen's building up a team locally. Ellen has a big team nationwide, but now she's building up a team in her neighborhood, which is really awesome and really exciting to see. Kat Harlan's building up her team, and so we see it from here. And, every time we see a party, every time we see someone join, we're like, yay, like me and Tiff and Cheney every day when we see what you guys are doing, we're like, we're just like, it's awesome. And we appreciate you, and we talk about all of your accomplishments here. So to be able to go out and to meet with you and to see you face to face is just, it was such an incredible week, and I want to thank everyone for their hospitality. I went to Kansas City first, and it was, we had so many trunk shows. It was just wonderful. Stephanie Nash had a trunk show. Kat had a trunk show, and then Ellen and I road tripped to St. Louis, which was really fun, and we debated who was Gail and who was Oprah, and we're still not, I have my opinions, and I know Ellen does too, but we'll let you decide. But it was a blast, and just and then St. Louis, and to see EDA did a fabulous trunk show, and one of the things, there were so many things that I noticed from each different stylist. Like Stephanie kind of had this just quiet poise, pull it together, just professional show, and then Kat's show was so friendly. Kat is such a warm and friendly person, and her friends were cared so much about her. And then one thing I noticed about EDA's show is I told everyone here, EDA is such a fun, you can tell it's such a fun personality. She's so fun to be with, and she's a storyteller. And when EDA's customers came in, it became all about her customers, you know, and like, I mean, EDA did a $1,600 show, and that was incredible. And I think there were like, I think it was less than 10 guests, so that was really, really, really awesome. And then Ellen did a great show. You know, one of the things about Ellen is, you know, Ellen is so consistent and so persistent and just keeps on growing and just growing as a stylist. And as a person too, so that was great to see. And then also, I was just telling Anastasia and Tiff, like all of the customers who came to the shows who had been previous hostesses, and also who were wearing the clothes, and they came back to see more. So that was incredible to see. And then my next stop was Charleston, and wow, that was just absolutely amazing. We were on Low Country Live on the TV show on Friday. Lori arranged that, and Lori arranged a Low Country boil, which was my first time to have that. It was awesome. Shrimp and sausages. And yeah, I have to tell you, this was definitely a culinary trip. Whenever I'm involved, there's always lots of food, and but there was lots of hospitality, and I got to meet that whole team in Charleston. And you are all phenomenal. I mean, you are all on fire, and just, you know, you know, one of the things that I really remarked on in Charleston was how close you've gotten to, and I think that most of you are new to each other. You know, I think most of you didn't know each other before, and I can really tell that your group and your friendship is really helping to promote your business, and you're really supportive of each other. So, you know, just too many good things to mention. You know, and Susan Kane had a great show, and you know, there's just a lot of really, really good things coming and happening. So thank you, everyone, and I know I didn't mention everybody I saw and everything I did, but it was wonderful, and it's good to be back. And so one of the things, as you probably know, is that we invited Anastasia to join us here at the home office. And it was just, you know, the reason why. I mean, Anastasia is from Michigan. She just had her year anniversary with Winnie and Kat, and Yay! And if you were with us last year, you probably remember, like, we had a big boom. We had a big boom last year in the fall, and a lot of that boom was because of this woman sitting in my office. Thank you. It was, you know, really, I mean, it's so appreciated, and just, you know, and so I'm not going to talk much longer, but I missed you all. And Tiff, and I want to thank Tiff too. Tiff and Cheney both did such a great job at the home office, and Tiff has taken on. You know, Tiff went full time, and she's definitely done the beyond. You know, it's like, you know, but everyone is like, you know, doing their jobs and beyond, because we're all in the same. You know, we're all in that same cart. You know, we're going in that direction with the wind. You know, a little scarf there. That's the wrap me up throw. And, you know, we're all just going in that direction. It's a fast ride, and it's, you know, it's a good ride, and it's a lot of fun. But we decided, you know, Anastasia had said just when we were talking about the male model shot, you know, hey, how about I come out there? And we were like, that's a really good idea, because, you know, we wanted to meet Anastasia and talk to you, and so I mean, Anastasia's mostly sponsored. I mean, you sponsor almost everyone on your team, personally sponsored. And so I'm gonna shut up now and let Anastasia talk. And the first question that Susan asked, and I'll let you, you know, why don't you talk, Anastasia, and you can read the question. I'll read it to you.
Well, I know everyone just wants to know about the male model. And,
good point.
You know, so when it came right down to it, Diane did not let me dress him, even though I begged her to let me undress him. And I'm saying this because I know my husband is not listening.
But I didn't want to get sued.
I'm really joking, but we are having a lot of fun, and I'm just, thank you so much for having me out here, because I'm still, I got the phone call and I was shaking, and then I was crying, and then I was shaking some more and crying some more, and it's been this whirlwind of emotions, and even being here is like this whirlwind of, it's like this little fairy retail tour, and I don't know if you've seen on Facebook, but Diane and I have wonderful false eyelashes, and so there are things that I am experiencing that I never imagined that I would experience either, like wellness shots that we had this morning, and a lot of fun different things. So it's been kind of it's been just a really fun, awesome experience, and I think I can look outside of my box, and I guess it'll go to, and I have so much eye makeup on, and if you know me, which Mandy's met me, I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I can't see straight, but one of the questions was,
how did you get there?
So
this is, and their person, Susan Haig, is in Florida, and she's on Susan Kane's team. Okay. And Susan joined us because her, and I would let Susan talk, but she doesn't have a microphone, but Susan's sister went to a party of Susan Kane's in Charleston and called Susan Haig and said, you got to talk to this guy. So anyway, how did you do it?
And I think that kind of goes to this whole experience here. How I got here is stepping outside of my box and out of my comfort zone, and is really kind of what it is. And it's been fun trying these different things, like the wheatgrass or energy and cayenne shot, which I would never normally do, but if it's not going to kill me, it's going to make me stronger. And the Oh, and you're not recording either.
No, we are. Hi, can you hear us now? Are we back? Yay! Yay. All right. Okay. All righty.
Good.
Welcome to GoToWebinar. Okay, go ahead, Anastasia. Sorry.
Okay, so I have no idea where you lost my rambling, so that's probably a good thing. But to answer your question, yeah, just thinking outside of your box and trying something different. If what you're doing is not working, try something different. Even if it seems like the most ridiculous, outrageous thing, you have nothing to lose by trying it. I had a conversation last night with Diane and Tiff and Mary about, you can sign up to do 5 different events that are just like free events that you find on Craigslist, and they could be like the most random, ridiculous events, and you could spend 5 hours a day at each of them and get nothing but that last one, that 26th hour. You might meet that one person who changes your life or changes your business. So in my opinion, that's worth it. And everybody may not have that much time to commit, but if you really want it, you have to take that time to commit.
I love that.
Sheila, do you want to know the most outrageous thing I've done with my Winnie Kat business, or?
Right. Yeah. Let's. Cause Sheila, can I took you off mute for a sec. Are you there, Sheila? Sheila? Oh no, Mike. Okay. So we asked Sheila. Yeah. Okay. So the we'll stick to your business.
Yes.
Yes.
I know.
Don't want to be sued.
I was teasing Sheila.
I don't think she was.
I was. You know, I'm still reeling from the fun time at the photo shoot, so I was going to come up with something smart, Alex. But that's kind of my personality, is that I do make light, and I joke around a lot about a lot of things too. And I think by joking and having fun with stuff makes it pretty easy. But I did a motorcycle show, and it really wasn't the best thing for my business so far. I mean, I left the event with nothing really to show for it, but I did give out my information. I met some really awesome people. I had a ton of fun people watching. And I gave my card to a lot of men who said that they were really interested in getting a hold of me when it was time to buy gifts for their wives, and definitely at Christmas. So, you know, just even stepping out there, but it was definitely a different experience. I sat next to a ratchet reality star.
We learned that word.
And so I learned what ratchet is, but you know, but just reaching out to and talking to people that I wouldn't normally talk to is really kind of it's just, I guess, outrageous. I learned not to judge people and not to assume anything about anybody. And you know, so talking to this girl who my first impression probably would have been she wants nothing to do with it. She's liking absolutely everything on Instagram and Facebook, and just really seems very interested in our clothing line. So, and she's a model, so reach out there and try different things. You know, you never know. You never know where it's going to come from.
Something that I wanted to ask you, Anastasia, is that you're so good at recruiting, and a lot of people, you know, a lot of stylists, that's a challenge. You know, and you might have great sales or, you know, parties, but it's like closing on that deal. And how do what you said to me in the car was really struck a chord with me, is like how you approach recruiting from the inside, because I think that really makes a difference.
Well, and I think recruiting for me is really easy to offer that opportunity to somebody else, because and my mindset on recruiting is that I'm giving them something. I'm not asking anything of them. I'm not trying to take anything. I'm giving them something. And I believe with everything in me that we have such a fantastic opportunity right now. We have a truly ground floor opportunity. And a lot of people get hung up on ground floor. I'm going to get rich quick. We're not going to get rich quick. But we can get really rich someday if we build this company the right way, by building a good, strong foundation. And I tell people, we have an opportunity to build a strong foundation right now. We are building our company steadily. I think that we have great growth coming right now. And I just tell people, this is an opportunity for you that can be really life-changing for you. And to me, it makes me feel really good to be able to offer somebody something that that I believe in and that I believe can help them and change them. So I think just being able to offer them something. So I'm going to work on learning how to realize that offering that hostess opportunity and that party is a benefit to them too.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I think so, because for me, that's probably, like, you know, out of the three, that might be one of my soft spots too.
Right.
So.
Right. And the other thing I think is I don't know if it's so much in play with us here with Winnie and Kat, but I know in a different direct sales company I've been in, a lot of people were afraid to recruit at the party. That mindset that I have this, you know, we're starting out and our customers and our hostesses may be so few and far between. Don't be afraid to lose that customer or be afraid to lose that hostess. Don't, you know, ask that customer, ask that hostess. If I went into a party and there were 5 people there, I would so rather have all 5 of them leave that party as new stylists and go home with a 0 sale, because they're only going to help your business. You know, each of us, the more we spread this company, the more we share this company, the more we build this company up, the more successful we're all going to be. And I think when I first started, my mindset wasn't, you know, party, party, party. My mindset was, let's build this company. And you know, I used to laugh with Diane in the very beginning. You know, everybody I try and sell to joins my team, and Diane said that's a good problem to have, and it really wasn't the best problem to have, because I need to talk to somebody. I can't wait for the call when you know, everyone's talking about how great their parties are and how they're doing it, because recruiting is easy when you look at it as offering. You know, so play on your strengths. What can you offer somebody, and what are you comfortable offering them? And that's where you're going to excel in your own business.
And Anastasia also, you know, like I talked about the zombie apocalypse, and which I really, you know, and you know it, you know, you look around and you look at the people sitting at dinner not talking to each other. You look at people, you know, on their phones, not, you know, there's that one video about looking up, you know, and not, you know, not paying attention to their surroundings. And Anastasia, I mean, you embody the Winnie Kat culture and the spirit that, you know, that we want to build. You know, I mean, Anastasia told me, when you told me today about your stop sign dance parties.
Yeah. You're going to embarrass me. There you go, Sheila. My must-have right thing. I'll admit it. I have stop sign parties with my kids, and they're so embarrassed.
I mean, okay, I'm just going to say it. You know, Anastasia's telling me about that. Like, she gets outside of her car and dances. And you know,
only in the country at a stop sign where it's safe.
You should have seen her on the PCH. It's got a little sketchy. Right? LA traffic, not so much. You know, we had to kind of come. But that is, you know, that's the thing. Is like, we've got this life, you know, and let's celebrate it. You know, let's celebrate this time that we're here, and we have, like, everyone on this call has this opportunity. You know, we're all building this, and there's something that's connected to all of us.
Right.
So let's just give this the best that we can.
Yeah. And be excited to grow as close to you as you can. I know Mandy is my newest recruit, and she's close to me. And I was very open with Mandy about how excited I was that she's close to me and joined my team, because it's somebody to partner up with. Because when you are doing these outrageous events, like a biker show, like up north, where you may not, you know, if you can get somebody to buddy up with you and go with you, then you have somebody to talk about everybody with. You know, and I say that jokingly, but, you know, just somebody to share it with. I mean, it gives you the opportunity to get into maybe that higher priced expo event. We have a huge women's expo event in my hometown. It's 3 days long. There's no way I could do a 3-day long event by myself. But if I keep growing my team locally and close to me, I can do that big 3-day event, and we can get a ton more contacts, a ton more hostesses, a ton more. So the bigger your immediate team is, the bigger you can reach out to your larger hostess and customer group too. So don't be afraid to recruit in your backyard.
I think
embrace it.
Yeah, and Anastasia makes a lot of great points, and one thing that I've really noticed about you and a lot of other people that are really finding shifts in their business is there's an enormous amount of strength in a little bit of humility, and knowing that you can't do it by yourself, or you can, but why would you? It's so much more fun to do with people, and it's so much more fun to reach out.
Yeah.
And while you're a recruiting rock star, you've admitted that you would love to hear from other people who are great at booking parties and are great at sales. And that's how you learn. The less you come to the party thinking, I know everything, the more you have to learn. It's like Grace and Nikki Keohohu talk about having that big pot in front of you of all the information you know, and just dump it out so that you have that much more room to learn.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I wanted you to come out here, Anastasia, because besides just, you know, your numbers, you know, there's that spirit, and it's Anastasia during the last few weeks has pumped up a lot of stylists, and I've gotten, on her team and not on her team. And that is one thing that you all know that is so well appreciated here. It's that cross team when you're helping each other. And I got messages from different stylists. I was thinking about quitting, and I just had a call with Anastasia. And these are people who were not, they may have posted some kind of frustration or whatever. People who are not necessarily, directly under you, right? Like cross teams.
Yeah. But and that's kind of, I had that conversation before this call too, about because the question has come up, and I'll be very frank with you all. My sales are not great. My recruiting is great. My sales are not great. And Diane asked me right out, why are your sales not good? Why are your parties not good? And it wasn't to embarrass me or humiliate me, and that's not why I'm telling you this. It was to make me think about it. And you hit it right there. I think for me, it's what can I give to other people? And I think that's why, for me, it's so easy to reach out to the rest of the team, to the other girls. My motivation isn't money with this company. It should be. I need to think a little more about the money factor, and I might book a few more parties. It's about changing women's lives. When I got into this company and really started talking with Diane, the key word she said to me is, this is an empowering company. And that's what hit me, because that's what my life is about right now, is empowering and encouraging other women. And that's where I connected with Diane. So that's what excites me, is helping other women. So so I want everyone on every one of the stylists in this team. It's not my team. It's our team. It's our company. It's our business. And I want to see people recruiting and growing, in everybody's teams.
Yeah. And when you
I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. None of us can do it alone. We have to do it together.
And the more, I know from my past companies, the grind, and there's that point where you want to give up, and you want other people to tell you, okay, you want that permission. But the first foundation is to have a good business plan, to have a good profitable business plan, so we all, that is something that I know, we are on the path. And then once that money comes in, it comes in, and it feels so good, and it's sometimes it's hard to imagine, but you've got to keep on. I redid my dream board, and just that spirit of really helping everyone and helping the whole company, because we're all, we're all in that car. But and so we kind of Chip decided, because we have Anastasia here, so we're going to move the other part of the slideshow to next week, because we're so lucky to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
In the home office. Is there either anything else that you want everyone to know, Anastasia?
If you get a chance to get out here, come out here. It's really fun to be here and see the way things are. It's just, and yes, I was told to say that Diane and Tip are even more beautiful in person than they are in their pictures.
And we might have an Anastasia clause with all of our
We're back. Okay, so did everyone hear Anastasia say how pretty we are?
Did everyone hear that say
before we go. Any last questions? And why don't we do your quote, the quote you selected, Tiff?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me. Let's go to.
And Sheila, I think that all of you guys are all beautiful inside and out too.
There it is.
You are all beautiful.
I love this quote, and I think it's something that I repeat to myself. I'm going to print it out, and I have quotes on my fridge that I can look at all day long. And my kids look at them all day long. They know that I believe in all this. This is by Tony Robbins, and he says, "You are now at a crossroads. This is your opportunity to make the most important decision you will ever make. Forget your past. Who are you now? Who have you decided you really are now? Don't think about who you have been. Who are you now? Who have you decided to become? Make this decision consciously. Make it carefully. Make it powerfully."
Nice. Awesome.
Go, Tony.
Yeah. Thanks, Tiff.
Go us.
Thank you, Anastasia.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I can't wait to meet all of you at our next retreat.
And we got
Absolutely.
some awesome photos
Yes.
today.
Yes, we did. And unfortunately, the male model couldn't make it. I stuck him in my suitcase, and I'm bringing him back to Michigan. So I'm sorry, maybe next year.
But before he did that, before he got stuffed in the suitcase, he liked us on Instagram and Facebook.
He did.
And he is a doll. His name is Jacob.
Yep. He's very cute.
You know, be on the lookout.
He's a good mama's boy.
Oh.
Yeah. We had a nice time. Oh, and those of you who know Gabby from the previous, she is absolutely fantastic. And Diane is doing a really wonderful, wonderful job just picking really quality people to be a part of this company too. It's not, there's really a method. I'm seeing being here. There's really a method behind her madness. And she's really just choosing quality people, right down to the makeup artist, who's just a really personable, sweet, nice, kind, loving person. Every person that I've met that's involved or touched this company in some way is just a genuinely good person, and that says a lot too.
Yeah, when you realize that Gabby's not just this gorgeous, tall, skinny model.
Gabby would be surprised to know that the reason why I did not join the company when I first requested information was because of Gabby, and I felt like a schmuck when I met her today because she is the sweetest.
She really is.
Most beautiful inside person I've ever met too. So
right, mom.
Yeah.
You know,
mom and she showed me pictures, beautiful baby. So,
yeah.
Good.
So, okay.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Keep on having a fabulous week, and let's keep on going. Call us if you have any questions. We're here for you at the home office, and can't wait to show you more as we go through the summer, because it's going to be an excellent summer.
Getting hot.
It's getting hot. Those poolside dresses, let's get them off the shelves. We got some more. We sold out. Got them more in.
Fall, because what I've seen sneak preview, it's worth making room for.
Amazing.
And have those summer parties, because that's going to set you up for a successful fall.
Yep.
We've got some awesome pieces. That poolside dress is absolutely amazing, and after selling out, we got a few more, so we've got just a few more to sell. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being part of this dream, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Woohoo!
Bye, everybody.
Bye.